While the man was working, the rope suddenly came loose and his whole body dropped rapidly. Fortunately, the rope got caught in a pulley, saving his life. At that moment, he noticed someone hurrying downstairs, so he quickly adjusted the rope and descended toward the ground. Once he landed, he ran after the man, but the target had someone waiting to pick him up. All he could do was watch them leave. He quickly thought of his wife at home and rushed back immediately. Luckily, his wife was unharmed, and Frank finally let out a sigh of relief. That night, Frank climbed up to the roof through the window. Then he retrieved a key from inside the chimney. He guessed that this key might be what the intruders were after, so he hid it under the sink's water pipe. At that moment, his wife walked in. She was about to ask what had happened when sudden noises came from outside. Moments later, a group of gunmen burst through the door. Frank rushed out to fight them. However, the gunmen outnumbered him, and in the end, both he and his wife were subdued. The intruders began searching the house, but failed to find what they wanted, so the robbers took his wife away. They then pulled a hood over Frank's head and knocked him out with a blow. When Frank woke up, the leader demanded he hand over the key, or his wife would be killed. After that, Frank was thrown out of the car. He went to a friend and asked for help. Upon learning the situation, his friend agreed. They returned to the house to get a shoulder patch, stained it with blood, and sealed it in a plastic bag. Then they headed for the meeting place. Before arriving, his friend got out early, while Frank placed a tracker in his shoes so his friend could follow his location. Soon, Frank arrived at the meeting spot. After being frisked, he was taken to the leader.
And your badge.
First, show me my wife.
Let's go.
Seeing his wife, Frank told them where the patch was hidden. But once the leader had it, he ordered Frank killed. Just as the henchmen were about to act, noises came from the forest. One of them went to check but quickly returned.
What was it?
They soon hijacked the car, but the enemy pursued them. Frank seized the chance to take out the driver of one of the pursuing vehicles. Unfortunately, his wife was hit in the arm, and her water broke. To save his wife and child, Frank jumped out of the car to hold off the attackers. Seeing this, the leader sent his men to chase him while he stayed behind to fight. During the exchange of fire, two bystanders suddenly appeared, and the leader shot them without hesitation. Frank took the opportunity to grab a motorcycle and speed down a side road. The leader did the same to chase after him. Just then, a police car approached the leader, forcing him to retreat. Frank rode to a farm, ran to a powered hang glider, and took off just as the pursuers arrived, escaping police pursuit. Soon, they finally reached the hospital. Frank's friend was about to draw his gun when the leader appeared, but Frank, arriving in time, kicked the leader down and slammed him into the ground repeatedly. Frank eventually regained his composure, but realized he was surrounded by police. They ordered him to raise his hands and surrender, but Frank opened the car door, picked up his wife, and carried her out. Once the police saw the woman, they all lowered their weapons. After sending his wife into surgery, Frank was taken away by the police, but he was soon released without charges.